Hello and welcome to the Liquid Galaxy streamings. Today's streaming is about a little demo of some of the applications that GSoC contributors developed last year on the 2022 Google Summer of Code. We are going to show you some of the interfaces developed with Android, Flutter and so on, and also how the data appears on the screens of the Liquid Galaxy screens. In this case, we have a setup with three 40 inches screens, driven by some i3 gigabyte bricks, and a tablet, an Android tablet. So welcome to the Liquid Galaxy streamings, and let's show. Here we can see the Sandnox visualization tool, and then in the screen we have on the top left, we have the logos. Very important, always the logos have to be placed on the top left screen. In this case we have a 3 screens Liquid Galaxy, but usually we have to program for 5, so this has to be on the left screen. And then on the right screen, there is a bubble with the data. In that case, in the Sandnox program, we were seeing some information about a satellite, the transit 5B, whatever. And also we can see on the screen the orbit. So now we are going to see the animation of the orbit. Then here, the program simulates the orbit with this funny turn in the North Pole. The program simulates the orbit of the satellite around the globe. And this is it. Let's go to another ground station, please. Stop the animation first. Think about that. Sandnox gives their data from the Sandnox platform. So the minimum delay you see is that because the program, the Android program, looks to the API on the Sandnox platform, then gets all the data of the orbit and then simulates the orbit on place. Here is the animation simulating the orbit with the satellite. In this case, is the Oscar 7. It's a amateur radio satellite from AMSAT. Ok. Para. Què coses més t'hem d'ensenyar aquí? Abans de fer-ho m'ho dius.
No, hi ha altres estacions i poc més. Bueno, ground stations, sí.
Home, t'has estudiat les d'això? Què toca ara?
Hem fet satèl·lits i ara ground stations.
És que pues no em diguis... Espera, quieto. Que ara pararé jo i te diré que utilitzis. Continuem. So now let's gonna see the second part of the Sandnox application, and this is the ground station. We have seen the satellites, and now we are going to the ground station. Now the API is loading the data from the different ground stations and showing us, in this case, and now we can make an orbit around the ground station. This is something you have, all the contributors have to do in their projects. When you have arrived to a place, you have to have the option of making an orbit. You have all the code available in GitHub in the other projects like Sandnox, but the point is that you are focusing the camera view to a place, and then you make an animation rotating around this point. Okay, stop. Launch another ground station, please. The Sandnox loads the data from the API and goes to the place. Here it seems we are in France, I believe. And now we can make an orbit again. So again, let's gonna see the tablet interface, please. As you can see in the tablet interface, there are two columns. This is a very nice application designed by one Liquid Galaxy Facens student last year. And there is a nice interface. Could you please scroll down and up? So on the right, you have the the ground stations, and on the left column you have the satellites. And when you choose whatever one, it will get the data from the API and then launch the animation. So please launch again another satellite from the left. So the three things is the orbit with a KML animation, launch animation, please. The logos on the top left, and then the bubble on the right screen with the information about the satellite. In this case, we are not seeing the orbit. We are seeing the orbit, not the animation. But this is okay. This is every time you look at a place, you have to have the opportunity to make an orbit around. So stop the orbit and make the animation. Okay, perfect. So besides this, we have also stop the animation, please. We have the setup screen. Pantalla de setup. The settings, a la derecha.
Oh.
And then here we have the usual things like connecting to the Liquid Galaxy and cleaning the KMLs, logos, and so on. So this is the basic demo of the Sandbox for all the 2023 contributors of the Liquid Galaxy project to see one interface. Let's going to make a demo of the other application for today's demonstration. This is the TinyGS data visualization tool made by student Gautam on 2022 GSoC. So it seems to be a little bit like the Sandbox. The difference is that this is the data is coming from another IPA, and also they have something like information about the packets that you can receive from the ground station. Also, the ground stations in the TinyGS are especially built by yourselves, do it yourselves. You can build your own TinyGS ground station, while in Sandbox you can use many different ones. So here you can see the main screen. On the main screen we have, still we don't have the logos, but they should appear on the top left. And then we have a bubble with the information about the satellite. And then we have a satellite on the middle called fees, and so on. So let's make a demo. Okay, here the application has loaded the information of the satellite. It takes a little bit because it has to go to the API, and then it's simulating the orbit. And choose another one, please. This is over the ocean, and we are seeing not too much. Okay, here we can see the same satellite. Next thing, another demo. Sometimes the satellites do not have information about them, so the API cannot get this information, and it's not too much shown on the screen. So let's go to the next menu.
Ground station.
Let's go and see the ground stations. Here is the same. The API goes, loads a TinyGS ground station, and the camera goes to the place and starts an orbit automatically. In that case, we are in something like Victor Echo 3 Golf Tango Charlie. And let's go to another one. Okay, here the ground station is the TinyGS is in a building. Papa India 6. So, okay, and then what's the last menu? About packets. So the the TNGS platform also has the packets of they received from the platform. This is the asteroids developed by the science students from last year, GSoC 2022. And let's gonna see a little demo. Here you can see the interface, the main screen where we have a button to start the game, and then a button for the information settings, and also to install the application. So can we see the game in action, please? So when you launch the game, you select some options, and then the game starts. In this case, remember, we have a Liquid Galaxy with 3 screens. What is the main difference between this application and the other ones we have seen till now? Is that these applications does not run over Google Earth. It runs over Chromium. Google Chromium is the open source Chrome web browser version. What we do is to launch a Chromium on every screen, and then we sync it through Node.js and other applications, and also the code developed by the student with the logic for the asteroid game. Here we can see our colleague Mark trying to play against the asteroids. This has been fun. Your score, respawn, back to menu. Let's gonna see again the interface in action. This is the information page. Always here, stop here. Take a look that always the logos have to appear on three pieces of the 3 parts of your applications. One is the about menu in the application. Another one will be on the top left screen. In this case of the asteroids is not shown. And then also it has to be on the help, on the documentation of your code, wherever places the logos have to be. This has to be the logos collection. Also, we have a setup screen. Here we have some options, like configuring the internet of the address of the server, of the main server, and so on. So this is it. Thank you.